Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, all you beautiful souls. My name is Trinity, aka Infinite Abundance, and first of all, I would like to say I apologize for the low lighting, but right now it is about 5:20 in the morning, and I'm recording with my son still asleep. I just felt called to come on here and do this reading right now, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing readings a little bit differently than I have been doing on this page so far. I am going to be using the channeled stick messages today. These are all messages that I have handwritten on hundreds of popsicle sticks, channeled messages from my higher self, my inner child. We also have some more channeled messages on these sticks in here, so I'm going to grab these too so we have them both ready. If you feel called to stay for this message and anything resonates with you, then amazing. If this message does not resonate with you, then please do not take anything that does not resonate. If you are interested in booking your own personal message, then you can email me at infiniteabundance444@yahoo.com. You can also click the landing page link down below in the caption or in the comments, which will be the link to my landing page for my Patreon. So if you enjoy this content, you would like to see more content, more behind the scenes content, you would like to be a part of discounted monthly spell workings, discounted daily readings, collective messages, and so much more, then you can click that link and you can go and join Patreon for as little as $3.33 a month, all the way up to $66.66 a month, where you receive a monthly one-on-one session with me and so much more. All right, let's get right into it. This does not have any particular intention for today's message. We're just going to see what comes out. So just set the intention for a message that is meant for you as well to be received. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Ground yourself into the now as we go on with this reading. All right, first we have You Are Your Own Rock. Learning a little bit of self-sufficiency, trusting yourself, believing in yourself. Be braver than them. This is going to be a lot of taking a lot of leaps of faith within yourself, learning how to, like I said, with building trust within yourself, act on that trust within yourself. Know that you know how to make decisions for yourself, and you know how to decipher what is best for you and your life and your highest intent. Okay, let's see what needs to be known. What needs to be shown. This one's telling me. It's time to follow your heart. You know what is best for you. You know. Sometimes even if we get caught up in the feelings that distract us from what is best for us, we know what is best for us. Our intuition tells us. Our gut tells us when we know we're doing something against our highest benefit. Do you know or do what is best? You know what is best for yourself. You know when it's time to, I'm hearing, invest or walk away. You know when it's time to take a leap of faith or be patient and stay where you are for now. And if this is something that you've been working towards, then this could just be confirmation that you are on the right path, building that trust within yourself so you feel more confident and self-assured in your inner knowing, in knowing what is best for you and acting on that. Next, we have 666, balance is key, and you need to stay grounded. So just like how we took that deep breath in through our nose, out through our mouth, breathing into the present, into the now, maybe take some time every single day to do that. Do some breath work for just a few minutes every day before you get your day going. Find some time to do, if you know what box breathing is, it's a form of breath work where you go in for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, out for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts. Do that for a few minutes every day just to ground yourself into the present. 4 being the number of stability, being the number of abundance, being the number of longevity. So just breathe into the now with those 4 counts, box breathing. All right, next we have think bigger picture. You may have been spending time caught up in the details, and that's been making it difficult to move forward, feeling like you don't know how to trust yourself, you don't know how to make a decision and move forward and act on it, because you've been getting so caught up in every minuscule little detail, needing everything to be perfect to the T, needing to feel like you have to double dot and double cross your T's and your I's and make sure that nothing does not go according to plan, but this may ultimately be throwing things off kilter within yourself and maybe reflecting things into your life of things not going to plan, because instead of just meeting things in your life that come up with acceptance and the least resistance, you may find yourself pushing off anything going not according to plan. And then when things don't go according to plan, finding yourself overwhelmed, confused, stressed out, just completely flustered, feeling lackluster, dull, stagnant, incapable, which can bring on feelings of deepened anxiety and depression when you're unable to meet your own expectations because your expectations of yourself or of a situation were too high and there was no flexibility. You are not being willing to be, what's the word I'm looking for? You're not willing to compromise, not willing to try things from a new perspective or from a new angle. And that may have been making it difficult for any sort of resolution or compromise or completion of a task or of a specific phase in your life because you were unwilling to move forward if it didn't look exactly how you planned it. See what needs to be known, what needs to be shown for those resonating with this message. What do you believe in? This just keeps coming back to a lot about what is within your heart, what is within your mind, what is within your soul, without the comparison to others, without the judgment of others, without the opinions of others, without the limiting beliefs of others. What do you believe right now is in your highest benefit? If it does not feel good, if it does not feel right moving forward, it is okay to wait before you make a decision, before you understand and fully grasp the decision that you are making for yourself and why. Okay. Next, we have stop making their problem your problem. This could be part of the getting caught up in emotions and things that don't really serve you or the situation at this time. Maybe you're getting too caught up in the opinions of what somebody else is thinking or about like what you're saying or what you're doing. I heard differing religious beliefs. So this may be something, maybe you were going off on your own, spiritual path or different religious beliefs than maybe your family or your friends or just people who already knew you. And so maybe that may change their perception of you or maybe make it difficult for them to understand who you are now or why you are that way. I just started hearing that TikTok sound that's like, we will cast you out, it's just some stupid shit like that from all the religious pastors, the fear-mongering religious people. You may have some people who are fearful of the way that you live your life or the way that you think about the world, the way that you perceive yourself. You are not here to limit yourself or hinder yourself because people don't understand you. It's actually very important, in my opinion, to remember that it is good to be misunderstood. The only person who truly needs to understand you is you. You are never going to be able to make sure that everybody in your life always understands who you are, what you do, and what you stand for to a T with no miscommunications or misunderstandings. It's literally impossible. And the people, especially who don't want to try to understand, it's just not going to happen. If someone doesn't want to know you, they aren't going to actually know you for you. They're going to know their curated perception of you. And it is okay to let go of that perception of you that you've held within yourself because of their tainted perception of you that they have tried to project onto you. It is now time to dissolve those projections, those old limiting beliefs, and those things within your life that no longer resonate, mind, body, and soul, so you can decide the life you want to live and how you want to get there. Start planning. What do you want and how do you want to get there? You are magic. Like I was saying about the spiritual or different religious beliefs, maybe if you're like me, maybe you practice witchcraft, and maybe if you are like leaving an old religion, or maybe that was a no in your family, and as you started to find yourself and you started to get into witchcraft, you started to get into these things, maybe it started to scare people around you. They maybe, tried to talk you out of it, try to do the you're going to burn in hell, and I'm only saying this for your own good so you don't burn for all eternity, all that shit. That is their limiting beliefs. They are entitled to their own beliefs, their own perception of you and what you do, but you are entitled to not accepting their projections and their limiting beliefs of you and your beliefs onto how you live your life, okay? Highly, highly important to remember that. Let's get some final messages. What needs to be... I'm going to use this box. What needs to be known? What needs to be shown for those resonating with this message at this point in time? Good luck is coming, but your first lesson is currently being learned. Learn it to move forward. Followed by curse. Yeah, I think this is just confirmation that maybe if that witchcraft thing is what's been sticking out, maybe that's been the thing that's been on your mind. Is witchcraft for me? Am I supposed to be getting into this? Am I supposed to be stepping outside the church? Just if you've been doing a lot of deconstruction work around religious beliefs, religious trauma, how your church was run, the different things that was projected onto you from religious beliefs and control and fear mongering, maybe those are just some of the things that you've been facing in your inner child work, in your shadow work, in your spiritual growth, in your decolonization process, whatever that may be. If you found your way to a more free-spirited, open-minded, open-hearted way of thinking, being, and living, that is going to test and challenge and trigger the people around you and who have known you in the past, who were more set in their ways, who were more controlled by their fears, who were more controlled by their religious beliefs, who are more controlled by anything that you have decided to liberate yourself from. What is important to remember is that your liberation is not hindered or controlled by the lack of growth, expansion, and liberation in those that you care about, for any reason, mind, body, or soul. It's also important to remember, as you go through the spiritual growth, the elevation, the expansion, the ascension process, the opening yourself up to spirit, you may find yourself in tune with your clair abilities, claircognizance, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, etc. And using these gifts and abilities may invoke some sort of fear in those around you if they are not also in tune with their gifts and abilities. In my personal beliefs, every single person on this earth, whether you use and acknowledge those gifts and abilities or not, do have spiritual gifts and abilities or psychic gifts and abilities. But as soon as you start tapping into yours and especially using them and implementing them in your life to better yourself and to communicate with those around you, you may find yourself channeling messages or receiving information that others may not have told you or others may not understand about themselves fully. So when they hear it from another person, it becomes triggering because it challenges their sense of self, their perception of themselves, their perception of the world. It shakes everything up and turns everything on its head as soon as anything starts to change within their normalcy. And you being who you were in the past was a part of their normalcy if you were in their life. So as soon as you start changing, growing, expanding, and you start talking with those around you about this change, there may be people who walk away. There may be people who do not understand. There may be people who do not see you in the same light. There may be people who completely fear you because they do not understand the truth that you are finding within yourself for themselves, within their personal truth. And that is fine. It's also important to remember that not everyone sees liberating themselves from religious control as the same way you do, because they may not find being within that religious circle as control. For them, that being in that religious circle, having those beliefs, having those mindsets may be their form of liberation. For them, they may not feel the same level of resistance or hesitancy towards the religious church, towards the beliefs that are spread throughout religious communities. Okay? So it's important not to try to force or push other people to understand liberation and expansion the same way that you do. This is going to be an important lesson in keeping yourself off of that high horse and that egotistical, I've began to free myself and you haven't, that so many people find themselves in. It's a really deep ego trap that so many people find themselves in and end up doing the same Bible thumping bullshit, but with spiritual rhetoric. And that's not what we want to do here. Their life is their life. Their liberation is their liberation. Your life, your beliefs, your liberation, all your own. Two separate things. Both can bring feelings of peace, love, wholeness, understanding, balance, connection to God, source, universe, whatever you believe in, for the different people. Different ways, similar ways, doesn't matter. You don't have to believe in the same things. I'm hearing to say you don't have to believe in the same things to still be friends. So maybe there's someone who found out you were, let's say, doing tarot readings for an example, and they were always taught tarot cards are the devil. So as soon as they find out you're doing tarot cards, they stop talking to you. They may start to realize things about the spiritual realm, things about divination, things about, the spiritual world through you. And that may confirm to them that tarot is the devil, blah, 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 blah. And that may challenge their thoughts. Go, oh, well, maybe tarot's not all that bad because I know this person. I know this person isn't some, evil person who wants to go around and steal people's souls like so many religious people will portray witches and practitioners as evil people who want to swindle you out of your souls. Okay. That is not true. At least not for everybody. So it's important to remember that you have sovereignty over your personal beliefs and how you bring those personal beliefs into the world, how you communicate those personal beliefs with other people. It's important to remember that your personal beliefs do not have to align with another person's personal beliefs, spiritually, religiously, for there to still be harmony between the two of you within that relationship. So take this message as it resonates. I hope it did resonate for you. If it did, please let me know down below in the comment section. If you like this video, give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that post notification bell so you can get notified every time I post new readings. If you would like to leave a content appreciation donation, you can do that through my Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. All will be listed down below in the description box. I love you all so much. Sending you much love and many blessings. Till next time. Bye.